everyone, we're back, and we're on the final mission of Vergil's downfall, here on Gamebo Station.
Yep.
We're brought to you here live, pre-recorded, at the Gamebo Station. I'm here with Mr. Jared. And his house just caught fire. Hooray!
Yep. Wow, he's
gone Super Saiyan!
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And he has a spiky hair, just like the previous Vergil.
Yeah.
Let's see how
That's
fair we can
definitely.
do. Uh-oh. Deja vu. You know what this means.
He's
Time.
going double trigger.
Yep. One has spiky hair, the other one has slick hair. So pretty much in this mode,
Yeah.
I have a doppelganger, which is very reminiscent of Devil May Cry 3 doppelganger style. Now I'm particularly not like fancy with it, so I might not really be using it that much in this mission.
Right. Fair enough. I don't think I used doppelganger.
I only use it when I want to play with a two-player, because oops, I screwed up. Killer B is a very risky move,
Right.
like that,
Oi.
when you don't know that your opponent's about to die mid-combo.
Right.
But yeah, no, in Devil May Cry 3 you can use an extra controller, and you can have someone play as the doppelganger Dante
Oh,
in order to, do stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Did it for a very short bit with my friends, but
Other than that, not really useful.
not really. Especially when you get really good at the game.
Right.
Plus, when you're in doppelganger form, you can't use any other styles, so some of your strategy may not be as adequate.
Right. I see. So yeah, in terms of how DLC goes, if you had to like give it a rating, what would you give Vergil's downfall?
Hey, I liked it. I mean, like if I had to do a 5-star system, it'd probably be like a 4 or maybe 3.5. I do wish it was a little bit longer, but
Right.
whatever. It's a lot of fun, and plus there's a lot of moments in here where you can grind and get new power-ups and try new things.
Right.
I suppose that's where the payoff is. Yeah, I did too early. There we go. Oh boy. But yeah, in case you're wondering, we're pretty much reliving the first mission, but with Devil Trigger.
Yeah. Plus he's gotten stronger.
Much stronger. And much more peeved off.
Basically. Now, this is only... Like, in reality, he doesn't look like that right now.
Yes and no. I mean, that would be his Devil Trigger persona.
Right.
But if he was walking in the real world, he'd probably be less glowy.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Right.
I'm here, witch. She's a bitch! How do you know this? Because witches float? Good!
Took me a second. I was like, wait, I know this.
Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I read that apparently, Tim Curry, okay, I almost said John Cleese, that's not right. But Tim Curry got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
made a first rare public appearance since his stroke in 2012.
Oh, he had a stroke in 2012?
Yeah, it was all the talk a while ago.
Oh, jeez. I didn't even realize. Damn. How did he... Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw a picture of him.
How did he look?
Well, he was in a wheelchair,
Oh.
and he looked like... Not mean to the guy, but he looked old.
Well, yeah.
Like, really old. So, I don't really know the details of the stroke, so I don't know.
Right.
I did hear that lady from the original Star Trek had a minor stroke recently. I think
Damn.
George Takei or Takai. How do you pronounce his name again?
Okay.
Takei. Yeah, he mentioned it a couple times. By
But
the way,
you
George.
said it, I've lost track now.
That's okay. Freaking. Oh.
Might be Takei. Anyway, whatever. Point is.
But yeah, he mentioned it a couple of times.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so I say good for Tim Curry because he's done some awesome performances.
Oh yeah.
Little shopper, well not shopper horror, sorry. Road, what?
Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror
Picture
Show. I'm like, well, I'm drawing a blank here for some dumbass reason.
Right.
Thinking of the plant thing, which I've never seen.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
It's on Netflix, and I don't know.
You keep looking at it like, oh, maybe I'll watch this, and then you're like, nah.
Pretty much the cover is kind of offsetting to me. It looks like something else. I'm like, I don't know. Whee! Bang. There, whoa. Hey, oh, hey, oh. Did we ever talk about sitcoms?
Yeah, we have before, at least off camera.
Did you ever see that 70s show?
Yeah, no, I used to watch that every now and then.
Did you ever see, like, it all the way through?
Kinda, not fully, but almost.
Yeah, I think I rewatched it. I watched it twice on Netflix. And, because I never fully saw it on TV.
Right.
It was pretty cool and all that. Ooh. Man, that killer bee move was risky. But, I actually remember I was watching a Watch Mojo, and I guess they had like a top 10 series finale,
Right.
Blandies. Whoa! Oh boy. God damn, I hate these bathos.
So, you said it was bland, or?
It was just not really a good send-off. I mean, I think part of the issue behind it is that, who was the guy who played Kelso? Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
He was gone for like a good chunk of the last couple seasons.
Right.
I forget why.
I don't remember.
I think he got a job in like some random ass city or something. He just kind of disappeared.
Right.
And the guy who played the kid, I forget his
Rick?
name. No.
Wasn't it Rick? Wasn't his name Rick or Eric or something?
Eric, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I forget his last name. There was a joke behind it. But pretty much, the actor who played him disappeared to play Eddie Brock in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
So it was mostly like the redhead girl, Jackie, the conspiracy dude.
And then Cheech and Chong, or at least Chong.
Yeah, he came and went too.
Yeah.
But his appearances were funny always.
Oh yeah, no, Chong is funny. Both of those dudes are funny.
Aerial rave. But yeah, the send-off was eh. I actually don't remember the send-off too much.
Right.
I do know that they had the Seinfeld one in there. Remember we talked about the Seinfeld finale? And people were like, that's it?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen it.
You don't need to.
Hulu's gonna have the entire seasons on there, so I'll finally be able to watch the series.
Right.
By the way, speaking of which, I saw an article saying apparently Seinfeld is kind of like retiring from doing stand-up for college kids or something. Says that they're way too politically correct these days. I didn't read the article too much, but I started to think about that myself, of his stand-up, because I watched a few episodes of Seinfeld, and I really enjoyed them.
Oh, rages.
Because they're just funny.
Yeah.
But then when I actually saw that he had his stand-up on Netflix one time, I decided to watch it. I just couldn't get into it. I think it's because... Hold on.
Works for me. Ow. That hurt my ear.
There we go. Oh boy.
Oh, Ravager.
Not the chainsaw! Not the chainsaw! I screwed up. But Yeah, no, I tried to watch one of his stand-ups, and it was very relatable to the average, like, consensus, I suppose.
Right.
But I guess it was during a time of my life when I was watching comedians like Robin Williams, Chris Rock, and Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Gabriel's not a good example. But the point is, they were swearing and being, like, topical.
Right.
Seinfeld, he was just very family friendly. Like, he didn't even say hell, as far as I could tell. And it was just kind of hard for me to get into it at the time.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if I watch it again and say, like, oh yeah, no, he's funny.
I don't know, I kind of fell out of enjoying Seinfeld stuff. Because, like, I used to watch Seinfeld, the show, with my parents back in the day and everything, and, you know, that was all good and fine.
Right.
It's a fun show about nothing. But, like, years later when I revisited it or would catch episodes on TBS and whatnot,
Go
I
on.
just, I would just be like, it's funny, I'm just not laughing like I used to.
Yeah, it's like you laugh in your head, but you're not, like, physically going.
Yeah. And that's because I guess, you know, when I was like 5 or 7 or whatever the hell it was back in the day, you know, at the time, it was the first time I was hearing his stuff or whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
Now, isn't that a soul over there?
What? Oh yeah, good eye. So I was.
It's okay. No, don't apologize. But like years later, you know, seeing the reruns, I'm like, not that funny.
Yeah.
Also, a funny note, now that you bring up like Robin Williams and everything, and like Chris Rock and whatnot, if you use Pandora and you type in like Robin Williams or whatnot, it'll make a channel of comedians.
Oh, cool.
So because I had another comedian on my Pandora thing, it finally started like linking or grabbing like things of Robin Williams and a couple other people to add on to it. So now whenever Robin Williams pops up, I put the thumbs up on it so I hear it again.
Nice.
As well as a few things. Originally, I wasn't too into Aziz Ansari, but I gave him more of a chance recently, and yeah, he's pretty damn funny. He's pretty good.
Say that name again?
Aziz Ansari. He's, I'm trying to describe him, even though...
Is it like...
Oh, I know exactly where... I know exactly...
Han Azarius?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, exactly. I know exactly where you've seen him, actually. Do you remember in, This Is the End with, shit.
Okay, that's not the same guy I'm thinking of then.
But, you know, This Is the End, that movie with all those comedians
yeah,
and everything. Remember the one dude when the hell thing opens up at first and he's hanging on, and, the African-American dude of the 4, like, kicks him down the hole?
Yeah.
That's Aziz.
Okay.
The dude he kicks down the hole is Aziz Ansari.
I thought you were talking about the dude from Simpsons. Oh,
Nah.
that dude.
Oh, no. No, he's a skinny, Indian guy.
Doesn't
But
ring a
very
bell.
funny. Actually pretty damn funny. He,
I'll take your word for it. Speaking of funny comedians, I remember there was one comedian I didn't really put much thought behind of.
yeah.
Because, I mean, he appeared in a few films. Like, I remember he appeared in 40-Year-Old Virgin talking to the black guy, saying, like, well, I can't say the word, but he was just saying, like, beat my brother type thing.
Yeah.
I believe it was Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
the short guy.
Yes, Kevin Hart.
Yeah, so I didn't really have much opinion about him. Then I saw one of his stand-ups on Netflix. I forgot what it was called. It was like, let me say it one more time, or I'll say it. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
I was like, sure, why not? Started to watch it. He's actually kind of funny.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Kevin Hart's hilarious. He's really good, too.
Because, I mean, when it comes to, like, black comedians, I really love Chris Rock. I mean, he's just relatable to, like, any ethnicity in some weird way. And he has such great delivery to it. That's cool. Then there was another black comedian that I tried to watch, but I just could not get into at all, was Tracy Morgan. There's just something about him. And I'm sorry about that car accident he had.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks. I had a friend who was in one.
Yeah.
But if I'm just purely saying about his work, it's just...
It wasn't your thing.
Heck, I remember I hated him so much in that Rio movie.
Who was he in Rio?
He was that bulldog.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if you've seen...
I don't remember Rio at all, but I
good.
do vaguely remember the bulldog.
Well, pretty much in that film, those two birds, they were chained together by something, and I guess the other birds were saying, oh, let's just go to this dude and he'll help us. And that was Tracy Morgan's character.
Right.
And instead of like helping them in a conventional way, his drool indirectly made them slip out of the chain.
Oh.
I was like, really?
Interesting.
You traveled tens of miles just to get drool on, to get...
Right.
I don't know. But anyway, so like I was saying before, Kevin Hart, to me, he just convinced me in one stand-up, which was pretty awesome.
Right.
But anyway, tying in kind of a little bit to Seinfeld a bit, of how maybe he would be funny now, I don't know, is if I think about Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy!
Yeah.
I watched a couple of his specials, and god damn, he's funny.
Oh yeah, Gabriel Iglesias is hilarious.
And I remember, I wasn't sure if it was in one of his stand-ups he mentions it, but he was saying he doesn't like to be topical in his stand-up, because he prefers sticking with like stories that actually happen to him.
Right.
Because it's more relatable to people.
Yeah.
And also kids can enjoy it too, because apparently kids watch it too. So I don't know if that's just like a counter statement against Seinfeld or not, because he's kind of the same way. I don't know, maybe it's about his delivery.
Probably. Seinfeld has this sort of dry, like, delivery.
Or maybe something that just didn't age right. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I realize that.
Yeah, something about it just, you know.
Oh, great.
Oh, another one of those things. Somehow I thought you only had to deal with one in general.
Nope.
No, that's not the case. But no, back on Aziz Ansari though, has this one story he tells about where he was meeting up with a good old friend of his, and they were at a restaurant, and his friend's like, "Hey Aziz, how are you? How you doing?" He's like, "Shut up! 50 Cent is over there, and I need to hear everything he says." What? Oh, he's raging. He's raging.
Okay, I gotta be
Devil
extra.
Trigger?
I can't. I don't think I have enough.
Oh.
Be careful.
Well, stop raging for now. Oh, and he's dead.
Not anticlimactic ending. I'm sorry, folks, but I did not want to get a game over and drag this on.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
We did it, folks. We beat the game. Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know. I was gonna say it's like maybe some comedians, their style of comedy may have not aged well throughout time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, George Carlin or Carlin or
Yeah.
I heard his like comedy like stands the test of time. I haven't seen any of them, but I heard he loves saying nasty words.
Oh yeah.
Which actually kind of revolutionized stand-up comedy.
Right.
Anyway, I suppose I should stop talking about it and say, what's going on here? He returned to the real world, and look, the demons are coming to oppose him. Those crazy walk cycles, you yell. Shit, he's got to fight him now. And he's totally okay with that. Nope. I lied. They're bowing to him.
Yeah.
And so what does that mean? He now has an army of demons.
Yep. Oh, I just noticed that's the frigging building.
Yep.
Yep.
And that is Vergil's downfall.
Yep.
Woo boy! Like we mentioned before, you can loosely say this is a prequel to Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah.
Just have to reskin and reconnect a couple little things.
Yeah, Vergil didn't really have an army of demons, did he?
Well, no, he did command demons in Devil May Cry 3.
Oh, okay.
I mean, those are all the enemies that you fought.
True. That is true.
And the Temnin grew, yes, all the demons, yes. Well, that's that, folks. We beat DMC, and we decided to do a little side mission of Vergil's downfall for you guys, and so we have.
Yep.
Really not much else to add there.
Nope.
Well, maybe I'll give you guys a little treat at the end of this, just like I did with DMC.
Oh, right. I know what you're going to do.
In the meantime, let me conclude on these comedian things. There was one show that I watched which featured upcoming comedians or newcomers. I forget what it was called. I think it was called like Black Amendment or something along those lines. It's more like black comedians and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were pretty funny. It was a good mix of stuff. But then there was this duo comedian that came onto stage and actually did something that made me cringe in embarrassment and awkwardness.
Ooh.
And pretty much they were trying to like do a skit or something. And I guess one of the brothers was just down on the ground acting it out. And the other one was trying to like bounce off of it. No one was laughing.
Oh, dear.
And they kept going and going until eventually everyone booed them off the stage. And the main host of the guy says, come on guys. This is all a new experience for everybody. And I'm like, I mean, have you ever experienced that before, watching someone be booed off the stage?
No, but it's uncomfortable.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of started one of my phobias when going to, like, stage shows and whatnot. Is what if the star or something, like, slips up and they awkwardly try to, like, ignore it or, like, get the momentum back, but only make it worse until everyone starts to go like, ooh, boo, boo.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't want to see that. Ugh. Apart from that, I will say, though, one of my favorite comedians, or late comedians in this day, would be Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I watched his HBO special. I don't know if he had a few, but oh my goodness. I rewatch that every now and then. It's a great one.
Yeah. What was the name of that one?
I don't think it had a name. I mean, I would have to check. I had... Whoop.
What?
Something went black. Well, it's still recording.
Well, that's good.
So,
stop freaking out.
Did the TV turn off?
It can do that?
Yeah, when there's not enough activity on the screen, the TV turns off.
What do I have to do to...
Just power off and power it on again? I don't know.
Alright. I'm trying that now.
Whatever. We'll just make this a podcast in the meantime. For us, I mean, the capture still gained the footage. But,
You're saying.
No, yeah, I guess I'll say my top 3 favorite comedians as of right now. Even if one of them has passed, it's always been Chris Rock, Robin Williams, and Gabriel Iglesias.
Nice.
Because those guys, they're just awesome. I don't think Chris Rock does comedian as much these days. He's more of a producer. Obviously, with the passing of Robin Williams. That's that. Gabriel still does his thing. I actually finally saw the Fluffy movie.
Oh.
I think I told you about it a little bit, but it was a lot more emotional than I thought. Like, the send-off was, like, quite emotional.
Nice.
Talking about, like, family-related things. Gabriel not really having a dad.
Right,
and him being a dad figure to his stepson.
Right.
Thing. It was really interesting. I think I did prefer his Aloha one, though.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But that obviously was less emotional than the Fluffy movie one.
Yeah.
But that's still okay. Kind of bitter, though, because the Fluffy movie one was recorded in San Francisco. I'm like, I could have gone to seeing him.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. Oh, well.
Would have been.
But these days, I'm not really checking out any new comedians.
Yeah, me neither, really. Like, the only reason I checked out Aziz is because my roommates watched some of his stuff. And I was like, one night I was bored, I didn't have anything, and I was like, okay, I'll take a look at Aziz. Let's see if there's something funny. And I found something funny.
Cool.
It was actually pretty good, and my roommate showed me recently.
Who's that?
Christopher Titus. He's actually pretty funny. He's been around for a while, just never looked at any of his stuff, but he's pretty funny. Yeah, to finish up my Aziz story, he was just telling a story about how him and his friend got together for dinner, and 50 Cent happened to be at the same restaurant, so Aziz wanted to hear everything he could say, and apparently 50 Cent didn't know what a grapefruit soda is, or what a grapefruit is, because when he got the drink, he was like, why isn't this purple? And he was like, everyone, I need you all to be quiet. A grown man is about to explain to another grown man what a grapefruit is. It was really funny.
God.
He also made a good one about R. Kelly. How he talks about R. Kelly in a couple of his shows. And he's like, I know I keep trying to not talk about R. Kelly, but R. Kelly keeps doing amazing things. And he was saying that R. Kelly made a song about singing about women or whatever, and making them echo like in the bedroom or whatever. But apparently some people or some of his friends didn't know what the hell an echo is. I don't know why, but we'll go with it.
Okay.
So he went and made a video, and he was like, okay, so I've been told that some of y'all don't know what an echo is. Well, you know how you go out to like a big old canyon and you say something like, hello, and you hear, hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
That's an echo. So he was just explaining what an echo was, and he was like, and so Aziz is like, I want to go to a Merriam-Webster right now and start defining for the R. Kelly online dictionary. Just to have him, like, define words. So he gave a few examples, and they were pretty funny. Like, he was like, alright, how about cheeseburger? Alright, some of y'all don't know what a cheeseburger is. Well, you know when you go to McDonald's and you order a cheeseburger? That's a cheeseburger.
That's not a cheeseburger.
Roughly, you get the point, because it's a thing and it has cheese.
It's a piece of shit between a bun of shit.
Well, yeah, I know, it's McDonald's. Oy. Anyway. But, like, well, I was trying to remember the other ones.
I love it. I threw you off with
yeah,
the...
you did. Point is, the other ones involved, like, an ATM and a juice box. The juice box one was kind of funny. It was just like, alright, you know how you're making out with a hot lady or whatever, you're like holding on to her booty or something, and you're like, oh my god, it's the best booty I've ever held on to. You can't let go, and you're getting thirsty. That's when you can reach over to your juice box and take a sip. I thought that was funny. The ATM one takes way too long to say, but it's freaking hilarious too.
My goodness.
But yeah, so I gave him a shot, and I gotta say, I like what I hear.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I guess it's really tough for me to give comedians a shot, because I have to well, I mean, I multitask when I work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would be a good time for me to watch a new comedian. Oh, here are the stats of my crappiness, because I kind of effed up at the end.
It's okay.
Ugh. Sad. Sdob. Whatever. Alright, folks, that was Vergil's downfall. Now we're going to do a quick cut for a second. I want to show you something neat. Right back. It's the classic Vergil skin costume. When you get the definitive edition of DMC, you get this right away. So instead of playing the Vergil we were playing as normally, you could have just started the whole game off wearing this. Check it out. He's got the blue coat thing with the swirly design and buckles on his sleeve and everything.
I never noticed that half of his coat is like...
Missing?
Yeah.
Well, in the original, it's symmetrical. In this one, it's not, because they kind of had to match the physics system of the already established coat.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
okay.
I'm not docking it for that at all.
No, it looks good.
And he's got the sleek back hair and everything, so you can pretend you're playing the normal Vergil. Or the one that every fanboy won't shut up about. Which I personally don't complain about. By the way, I always thought that was cool.
Oh yeah, his sheathing.
Yeah. Even though I personally think he does it the wrong way. It doesn't matter, he's just like... dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, there you go, folks. So, as I've mentioned previously in the DMC ending, I recommend you give this game a shot. It's a lot of fun, and you'll definitely put plenty of hours into beating up demons and stuff. So, with that being said, any scripted lines you want to share this time, Jared? As you so rightfully and consecutively did the last time we completed.
I already made a joke about that when we started this. Screw off. Wait, this is DMC. Fuck off.
Screw off. Screw off those screws, because we're about to bolt down the fort. Oh, that made no sense. Hey, Jupiter.
To be continued and probably some other Devil May Cry themed thing.
Oh, I already know what that's gonna be. Ooh.